This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
Introduction. My love for anything photographic, along with my great passion for enjoying natural scenery through photography, informed my decision to enroll in this course. These qualities were formed during my childhood when I used to sneak into my parents' bedroom and steal their Olympus 35mm camera for a few moments of pleasure. Upon reflection, I can boldly say that the shots I took with the old camera left a deep desire in me to pursue a course in photography once an opportunity presented itself. By sheer luck, the opportunity came knocking when I learned from the college website that it offers customized short courses in photography. This is the story of how I enrolled in the photography course. As to why I enrolled, it is plausible to mention that I wanted to develop and nurture professional skills in photography. Upon reflecting on all the pictures I took in my childhood, along with other captivating pictures I see daily in newspapers, magazines, and other forms of media, I have come to realize that photography is not just about taking photographs. Indeed, photographs should not only be able to communicate stories and ideas to the audience but also elicit emotions and catapult the audience into acting in a particular manner. This is all that professionalism in photography is all about. Undeniably, therefore, I enrolled in the course to attain professional status and also be able to use imagery to communicate ideas and concepts to the audience. Photographers. Olive Cotton. Regarded as one of the greatest photographers the world has ever known and also one of the pioneers of Australian modernist photography, Olive Cotton, 1911-2003, brought to the fore unique photographic works that underlined the gentleness and tranquility of objects in the environment, rather than the boldness and dramatic compositions that were characteristic of other modernist photographers. In a career spanning over 6 decades, Olive utilized unique skills to bring her message to the audience, such as excellent utilization of light and form, critically devoted observation skills, as well as unbiased treatment of the subject matter. Most of Cotton's photographs were devoted to the exploration of serenity and beauty in the natural world. It is important to note that Cotton's work was included in various exhibitions during the 1930s, but her first solo exhibition was not until 1985. Some of her most famous photographic works include Teacup Ballet, 1935, Beachwear Fashion Shot, 1938, and Theme for a Mural, 1942. George Brassai. George Brassai, 1899-1984, was a Hungarian photographer whose skills and talent in photography matured while he was living in France. The major motivation behind his excellent photography skills was his love for capturing images of the beautiful city of Paris at night. In one of his writings, Brassai acknowledged that photography allowed him to seize the Paris night and the beauty of the streets and gardens, in rain and mist. Tina Modotti. The available literature on Tina Modotti demonstrates that she was a reputable master of early 20th century photography who began her fine art and documentary photography career in Mexico in the 1920s while working with Edward Weston. Her early platinum prints, which were rather expensive and time-consuming, comprised close-up photographs of still lives such as exquisite wine glasses, creases of fabric, and flowers, as well as finely composed architectural spaces. However, she later did away with platinum prints in support of silver gelatin prints. Owing to her strong links to the Communist Party in Mexico in the late 1920s, the photographer found her focus changing and more of her photography becoming politically oriented, revolutionary, to the extent of appearing in publications considered as radical by the government. Quotes and explanations. David Acuna said, "Your mind is like a live camera that is constantly taking pictures of every single moment that comes onto you, so be a good photographer." This quote demonstrates the importance of having a clear, coherent, and conscious mind about the objects we see and interact with within the environment. It is the mind that will ultimately determine the quality of photographs. Paul de la Roche once remarked that from today, painting is dead. This quote demonstrates the authenticity, objectivity, and experiential passion triggered by photographs as opposed to paintings. Wilfredo Garcia is quoted as saying, "May the greatest art discovery, within 100 years from now, be our grandparents' photo albums." This quote demonstrates the capacity of photographs to trigger emotions and reflections of historical experiences. In practice, people take quite a long time gazing at photographs that were taken when they were children, demonstrating a strong emotional bond to the pictures as priceless treasures. Misha Gordon said, "Be careful when choosing your teacher. If you have talent, you might not need one." This quote shows the innate nature of photography, which has to deal with talent as much as it deals with skills. Nina Gujar said, "Photography, it's an attempt to capture the world the way it is." Once again, this quote demonstrates objectivity and, hence, the truth in photography. Norman Parkinson acknowledged, "The camera can be the most deadly weapon since the assassin's bullet. Or it can be the lotion of the heart." This quote demonstrates the sheer power of photographs as a weapon that could be used to expose social decadence and reward positive behavior. Photography experience and advantages. The photography experience, in my view, has afforded me the opportunity to know the composition, exposure, and how to use the camera to get the most out of it, develop flexibility in the taking and processing of photos, study the artwork of other people as a basis to developing my own style, and develop desirable traits in photography. The experience has been advantageous as I can now take my own professional photographs without assistance, objectively interpret the content and theme of a particular paragraph, and take good photographs under intense pressure. This essay on personal interest in photography was written and submitted by a student just like you. The Ivy Panda Samples database hosts thousands of works similar to this one, on various subjects. Visit ivypanda.com to find what you are looking for.